After collecting a lot of student data over the years, we have found a pattern that even the top performers of JEE Main as well as Advanced are not able to do very well when it comes to BITSAT. Many of them have a huge contrast in their scores of JEE versus that of BITSAT. And on the other hand, there were a lot of students who did not perform very well in JEE, but they ended up doing very well in BITSAT. And one of the reasons which was common in both the scenarios was English and logical reasoning. 90% of the students ignore English and logical reasoning, thinking that it will be easy and they will just solve the mock test and just directly give on the exam day and give the paper. But what happens on the actual exam day gives a shock to them. The questions do not seem to be very easy. In fact, they are a lot trickier. The section you thought you would navigate easily ends up taking a lot of your time, and because of this you are ultimately not able to perform in PCM as well. So in today's video, let's exactly break down English and logical reasoning of BITSAT. What is the analysis of English and logical reasoning, what type of questions appear in English and logical reasoning, and how we can prepare for English and logical reasoning to do very well in the BITSAT first attempt as well as in the BITSAT second attempt. Let's start with the shift-wise analysis, specifically of English and logical reasoning. So as you can see, all the different shifts have a different pattern. There is no commonality between different shifts. For example, the 26th May shift 1 had toughest unclear logic in some of the questions, whereas in the second shift it was pretty smooth, it was pretty manageable. But again in 27th May shift 1, students reported that it was one of the hardest. Then again in the shift 2, it was easier and felt like mock tests. Similarly, you can read for other shifts as well. One thing we can draw is that along with PCM, English and logical reasoning is also very unpredictable. There might be 4 to 5, 6 questions of a particular topic like series in some papers, while in some other shifts there might be no questions from series. So you'll have to prepare accordingly. So English and logical reasoning is scoring, but it has its own traps and you'll have to be very aware, and that awareness will come only if you practice daily and from the right resources. So if you talk about last year, a lot of reading comprehension questions were asked, which were lengthy and which took a lot of time for students. So if you do not practice it daily, ultimately on the exam day as well, you won't be able to do very well in that as well. There were a lot of grammar questions which seemed to have a lot of traps. The options were very close, ultimately creating a lot of confusion among students. As I already showed you, some shifts felt like mock and some felt completely like a new tone. Whatever new questions or the new pattern that appeared in last year have already been implemented in the phodu.club test series so that you are 100% prepared for this year. If we talk about LR, there were a lot of series, coding, decoding, multi-logic, when puzzles dominated questions, but that doesn't mean that the same will happen this year too. Anything can happen. BITSAT is unpredictable, so be prepared accordingly. Let's just quickly see the cutoffs on how actually English and LR can make difference in the cutoff. So Pilani CSE cutoff was 304 last year, and Goa and Hyderabad were around 274 and 270. So there is a difference of around 30 to 40 marks, and this extra 30 to 40 marks can be increased through English and logical reasoning if you devote your time properly. That's how much of a difference English and logical reasoning can make. Similarly, in 2024 cutoffs as well, there is a difference of around 30 marks. So just imagine, by focusing a little bit more and being a little bit more serious about English and logical reasoning, how much marks you can actually boost. So let's suppose you are scoring around 210 marks right now in mocks and around 30 marks in English and logical reasoning. In the coming days, if you boost 40 marks in English and logical reasoning and end up scoring 70 plus marks in English and logical reasoning, you will go from chemical to ENI. That's how much of a jump you can make directly from chemical to electronics branch just by focusing on English LR. So now just quickly see the most repeated topics of English and logical reasoning. There are questions from series, blood relations, arrangements, logic charts जहाँ पर different numbers ऐसे pattern में figure में दे देते हैं and they ask you to find the missing number. Then there is syllogism, cubes and dices, arithmetic reasoning, clocks and calendar, paper cutting, and there are many more topics like coding, decoding, but these are the topics that dominate the most. Similarly, talking about English, synonyms and antonyms are one of the most important topics. Out of 10 questions, expect at least 3 to 4 questions from synonyms and antonyms. Now, bhaiya, if our English is not that great, how can we actually improve in synonyms and antonyms? I'll tell you that as well. A lot of people tell you that it's not possible, but I'll tell you how that's possible, or how you can at least increase your chances of guessing the synonyms and antonyms properly so that you mark the right answer. There are reading comprehensions as well, which are, again, as I told you, lengthy, so you need to practice them daily. Then there are questions from grammar like fill in the blanks, error spotting. Then there is sentence arrangement, active passive voice, idioms and phrases. है ना, वो मुहावरे बोलते हैं ना, वैसे इंग्लिश के मुहावरे होते हैं. So similarly, you'll have to replace them or find their meanings. So these are basically the major and the most dominant English topics. Now, just knowing the topics are not enough. Now I'll actually tell you how you can improve English and logical reasoning and what resources should you use on a daily basis. You should make a habit of studying English and logical reasoning for at least 20 minutes a day. That should be the minimum thing you should spend, 20 to 30 minutes every single day. Let's first talk about the free resources. So if you want to watch lectures, there are a lot of lectures on YouTube which are related to SSC, banking exams and all those things. The problem with these lectures are they're very long. A lot of different topics are covered. So ultimately you will end up being confused on which lecture to watch, how much of it is relevant for BITSAT or not. That is the biggest problem with it. But if you can figure that out, there is a lot of content on YouTube. You can go and watch those lectures if you are able to figure that out. इसके अलावा to practice questions, there are NTSC and CAT PYQs. You can check them out and solve them on a daily basis. Again, a lot of different topics are covered in these PYQs, and there are a lot of PYQs जिसके कारण end में you get confused. But if you can find a good set of questions, then definitely you can refer these questions as well. And to solve this problem itself, we have launched Phodu free daily practice problems on our Phodu.club ka dashboard. You just have to go and log in on the website, and there you will find free daily practice section. वहाँ पर daily the questions gets updated. You get 10 questions each of English as well as logical reasoning. Make it a habit. If you are a BITSAT aspirant, this is something you should do, and this is for absolutely free of cost. So make it a habit of doing this every single day. Go to the website, go to the dashboard and solve these 10 questions. Even if you do this and solve the free questions every single day, just imagine how many questions you would end up solving till the final exam. We have taken the burden for you. We are selecting the best and the most relevant BITSAT questions and putting them in the free daily practice section. You just go and solve them on a daily basis, learn from your mistakes and improve upon them and see the magic happening. इसके अलावा, if you have the Phodu BITSAT question bank, which a lot of you already have, so just keep solving the English and logical reasoning worksheets given inside that book. Now, talking about one important thing, a lot of people give an advice to solve mocks for English and logical reasoning, and this is a very wrong advice. Mocks is to test yourself and not to just go and build your concepts and learn from there. Treat English and logical reasoning as a separate subject. You won't directly practice PCM from mocks, right? You'll first study the theory separately, then solve the problems, and then go and attempt the mock test to test yourself. Similarly, for English and logical reasoning, study the theory first, solve good selected set of questions, and then go and solve mock test to actually test yourself. So do not just rely on mocks for your English and LR practice. You won't perform well on the final day ultimately. Now let's talk about the best resource from where you can actually study English and logical reasoning and solve good selected questions of different topics. It is the Phodu English and LR course that is included in the crash course as well as in the test series itself. It's not that just crash course में, we have given it in the test series as well. So इसमें क्या क्या मिल जाता है तुम्हें? You get recorded crisp lectures. As I told ना कि YouTube में बड़े लंबे long lectures हैं, 1 hour 2 hours के. You don't have that much time, right, to devote to English and logical reasoning. So we have recorded crisp lectures to make you understand the theory quickly. Then we have selected structured worksheets of each topic. So let's say तुम्हें series practice करनी है, just pick the series worksheet and just keep solving questions from there and your series will completely get sorted. इसके अलावा we'll be taking regular live sessions as well before your BITSAT to actually help you improve speed in this section. These live sessions are super and a goldmine resource which will immensely help you in developing your speed for English and logical reasoning and actually crack those questions very easily. So this resource course is a complete resource. If you do this, your English and logical reasoning will be completely sorted. So do this every single day, free daily practice at least. And if you are already enrolled in the crash course or are planning to get enrolled in the crash course or test series, utilize this English and logical reasoning to its fullest. You don't have to do anything else. Finally, these are some of the meetup pictures of Phodu clubmates who used Phodu Club, and right now they are studying in different campuses of BITS Pilani. So this is a small motivation for all of you. After a few months, you guys will be at BITS Pilani and we'll be meeting with you and giving you free lunch and dinner treats. So do not ignore English and logical reasoning. It's super, super, super important. One thing you need to do is to write Saath mein Phodenge in the comment section, as well as if you need very high level of motivation कि भैया कुछ motivational video दिखा दो BITS का, then we have made a BITS Hyderabad campus tour video. You can click here and watch that video. So wish you all the very best, and as always, Saath mein Phodenge.